All right, as you can see, we're all hands on. Hands isn't here, but all hands on deck. As you can see, we're all hands on deck on the old Kenworth for Pilot Flying J. We took off a lot of the wrap that was the black and the maroon and the weird colors, and now you're all red. Right now, we're still taking stuff off. So we're gonna take the steps off, we're gonna take the stacks off, we're gonna take the bumper off. Big Red has been asking about you. He said, have you got nominated yet? You gonna Pilot Flying J, nominated yourself or a friend or anybody? Because you can win it. Now, red is the name of the game. Under the hood, you have that Cummins motor that is also red. And you know what? That's not red enough for us. We're gonna get JML big watermelon lights that are red across the top. Visor, red. Steps, red. Tanks, red. In fact, we've already got the tank off on the other side, and we're gonna go powder coat it red and make sure that it's really what we want. There's gonna be a lot of red. And then we're gonna do white accents with black trim, double wrap the fenders, with a white stripe on them, red. It's gonna be a lot of red. And I think it's going to look sick.
Be gentle with my set.
Oh, all right. Asking you shall receive. I was just barely saying how I was gonna have to scavenge somebody else's tools. If you're ever in a bind, you should call Al. Al comes through in a clutch 100% of the time. I didn't even have to ask for tools. He went and got his own personal tools and gave them to me. It's a good man right there. Okay. All right, so now that the bumper's off, the whole reason we did that is so that we can get the herd mounted up. That bumper looking fresh. That herd cattle guard, bumper pusher, whatever you want to call it, is going to give this so much aggression, so much tude. Charlie Red Giant, da-da-da-da. Also, you put that herd bumper on there, he's gonna be like, whoo, where's the elk at? Whoo, where's the moose? Give me a hippopotamus. Boom, baby! Oh, not easy. All right, fun fact. The fuel tank that was here before is a split tank, which means it had probably 35 gallons of hydraulic and 120 gallons of fuel in one 155-gallon tank. Well, you also have this hydraulic tank that is separate, and they actually weren't even plumbed into the hydraulic on that tank. So what I'm thinking we're gonna do, buy a brand new 120-gallon tank, or even do the 155-gallon strictly fuel, and then mount it up and use that as your hydraulic tank and have this strictly fuel. So you could either have more fuel or the same amount, but you'll eliminate that split tank that wasn't being used. We just got one for our Kenworth because I just happened to be over at Breen's the other day and said, I think it's time for a wet kit. And we'll actually be able to do hydraulic stuff with our Kenworth now. Real truckers. In fact, you could nominate us to win this if you want. I don't think it's gonna work, but I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Trying to put together the Armstrong toolbox again. Keep losing tools. We can't buy Armstrong anymore.
What's wrong with Armstrong?
They don't make them anymore.
Really?
All right, so update on the Kenworth. The next thing is lights. So we gotta take off a lot of these old lights. We've got a whole bunch of new JMLs. We got a whole bunch of stuff from NTP that we're now going to start dressing her up for the ball. I'm talking fresh lights to light up the night. What do you do all day, bud? You play with what are those? What do you call those? Badus? He calls monster trucks Badus, and all day long, that's all he does, play with his monster trucks. So, you know, why not take the opportunity to bring him down here and let him work on a real Badu? Bum, ba, da, bum. And that's one piece down. So now, everything you see that is chrome, or shiny, or silver, will then become red, and then we're gonna get new lights put in that will probably do red and white. I don't know that for sure, but that's what we did on the Peterbilt, and it was pretty awesome because with a flick of a switch, you had all reds, and a flick of a switch, all whites. Okay, bud. And another one. Gotta go go back down 1,500 feet or so where that razor rolled. We're gonna clean up that truck, and there's a three-wheeler down there. The only problem is all the truck parts are scattered across the hill. So once we hike down, we'll have to get the frame section set up as like a base camp, put the hood and all the body parts that we can find on top of it, tie it and secure it together. Watch your step. Ooh, that was close. Tie it, secure it together, then pull it up the hill and pray that it stays together. Then send the cable back down for the three-wheeler. We've got about at least 1,000 feet of rope in the back of Heavy D's truck. We've got about 500-600 feet of cable there. You got 300 feet of cable that comes out of the wrecker itself. We have a bunch of flevises. We have a bunch of soft shackles. And all we gotta do now is, oh, and the green big bag. All we gotta do now is go load up the green bag, tie it together, pull it up the hill. Think it's gonna work? If not, at least we're gonna get our steps in for the day. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, I can appreciate a good clevis.
Yeah, you do like a good clevis.
So, I mean, there's stuff in all sorts of different areas. There's like individual, there's a hood by itself, there's a frame by itself, there's a cat top by itself, fenders by itself, there's supposed to be a three-wheeler by itself.
I don't know, those are hiking boots?
Yeah, like a new boot or something that we got. I didn't know the full story on it. Pretty comfy. They're solid for digging into the hill when you're going up and down.
All right, so down here we have a handful of different trucks, vehicles, equipment, even a three-wheeler from what I understand. We flew up here the other day in the helicopter and I could get obviously a bird's eye view up there of a bunch of different stuff. It's harder to see from here, so we're gonna send Dave and Alan down the hill to rig up to some stuff, but before we do that, we wanna make sure we send them the most direct route possible to get the most items possible, because it's not like where the razor is just one big item that we could go rig up. This is a bunch of scattered stuff. There is a few different vehicles that I saw from the air that these guys I don't think have seen yet, so I'm gonna grab the drone, fly down there, and try to get a better view of exactly what I saw from the air so we can figure out where our time is best spent today, because honestly, we don't wanna make this pole more than once, because it takes forever to winch all the way up and get stuff back down here. So we're gonna go down to the spot where there's the most debris, and luckily we've got the drone right here that is going to basically allow us to see everything perfectly. So
See you later, Al.
You ready?
See the bottom.
How we doing, Diesel?
We're doing good, man. We're like halfway down. Alan the gazelle is almost at the bottom, man. That guy's an animal. Sure-footed. And has run the rope almost all the way down, so I got some catch-up to do.
Just really looking forward to the hike down there. Keep getting demoted.
We just got done hiking down probably 1,200 feet of rope. This is the very end. This is how far it reached. We passed the hoods, we passed the frame. We actually have a fender for like a Jeep that's right there, which I don't know where it came from. But right where Alan is, we have the axle and we have the main part of the cab. So our plan is now, luckily we backpacked down a whole bunch of ropes, hook this rope to the end of that one, wrap around the body and throw an axle strap around the axle and pull it up to the next section, and then try and pile it all on top of each other and get a good tight load of hauling all of it up to the next spot. There's 3 main spots, and the trick is to be able to haul it up to the next spot without losing a whole bunch of debris along the way, or else it defeats the purpose of pulling it up, you know? So, wish us luck.
And how do these usually go?
I think a lot of just trial and error, really. Pretty confident today in our mission.
My update is the spool of rope wasn't quite strong enough for the job. It broke right about 10 inches up from the knot, from the end knot luckily. and our yanking rope was just fine. So now we're gonna have to run some cable down from the top, which means we get to go on a nice jaunt, a nice hike up to grab as much cable as we can and trade out our white rope for cable.
Want me to just walk this down as far as we can, then just hook that line? Right?
Yeah.
The question is, how do I tie a knot in that rope that we can then get out again?
Go out.
We just have to tie it off on the bottom if you have enough, so tell me if you got enough.
Do your figure 8. Come back around that side and then back through itself.
Okay.
Oh, by the way,
It is?
this is a bed panel off of Tacoma, the Turd series. We just have to tie it off on the bottom if you have enough, so tell me if you got enough. Okay, so we'll loop our rope in there. We have the axle and side panels hooked on right about 20 yards up from us. And then we go to pull up to the next spot, right, Alex?
Yes, sir.
Right. Right, Alan?
Whatever you say.
Show us your pretty face. Yeah.
Okay. So.
Oh, you got tied to the truck.
knot.
Oh man, that's it now. We're done. We're done.
What do you want, a soft shackle around it?
I got a soft shackle.
You got one? Okay. I just have a backpack full of gear, you know?
Yeah.
So listen up. We have a Jeep and a Toyota Tacoma parts down here. There could be more right past this main piece. Would you like us to go down and look?
I think we're limited on not pulling any more than we've got.
Yeah.
I think we're maxed out on what we can pull.
Ready to start pulling?
Yeah.
You boys there? Okay, hand's not gonna answer.
Are you hooked up to that white rope or the winch line?
So you have two pieces of rope. You have the Euramain spool and the white yankum rope.
Oh, I can just start pulling on my spool?
Correct.
Oh, Alan threw a rock at the drone. It's like that bums and drones thing. Yeah.
Oh,
You want some water?
That's my water, man.
Drone is pretty intact.
Thank you. He says it would only lift half a bottle's worth.
Was it worth it?
That's like a $4,000 bottle of water.
That's crazy.
Those blades are definitely not flyable blades. So now we have to carry this drone up too?
Yeah.
Worth it. Get a picture with your phone. If this takes off, I'll be blown away. This is where I get hit in the head with a freaking drone.
Hell yeah.
Unreal.
impressive.
Until it flies the wrong way.
Yeah. Sounds would bring it back.
Are you able to fly it normally? I think the drone is flying incorrectly because they can't get it back now. So also, if this doesn't work, I'm calling in sick that day.
Guys, I got bad news. This is gonna be the first recovery in a really long time that we gotta give up on. And the reason is because the rope that we have just keeps on breaking. We're trying to pull up a tremendous amount of scrap metal and it's just too much. And we'll get pulling, it'll move like 100 feet or so, and then it'll get snagged on a tree and it breaks the line. And there's no way for us to safely finish this job without going back to the shop and getting a bunch of cable, which that would take us every bit of 2 hours. And by the time we got back, it would be dark. This is gonna be one of the first recoveries that we've ever given up on. And maybe we'll come back another day and do it, but right now, we don't have time. So basically, now I've told the guys to hook all of the cable, all the rope, all of our rigging to the end of the winch line right here, and we're gonna pull it all to the top and basically put it away and head down the mountain. But kind of surprising. It's the first time we've ever had to give up. But I mean, since this was kind of something we were just doing to help clean up the environment, I mean, it's not like somebody is waiting for closure to bring up a vehicle that a family member wrecked in or something like that. So it's not that big of a deal. Hate to give up, but also hate to continue to break rope and risk the guys' safety down on the hill. So once they get it all hooked up, they'll tell me and we'll pull it all to the top of the hill.